I'm going to do an alternative saree draping video. Alternative being it's going to be different to the usual way of draping a saree, which is either Dakshinini V with it hanging over the shoulder or the Gujarati style. Having an alternative saree is great because the drape of it makes people want to ask you, how did you do that? I do it when I want a little bit of attention, or I want to show off my saree or dupatta in a different way. And it's great. It makes you, it makes you feel great, but it also gives you that confidence to do something out of the box. And if you have that confidence within you, then you'll carry off a look, no matter what you do with it. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to use a lightweight saree because it's easier to drape. You don't look so big when it comes to alternative drapes. And it also looks a lot nicer with a multicoloured blouse like this. Now the blouse that I have for the saree that I'm going to use is just too much. I just think it looks just too set and too typical and too, normal. I wanted that almost Bollywood designer style or celebrity style look with my saree, which is a blouse that's completely not matching to the saree, but it's in contrast, but it goes with the whole look. This blouse here is one of my halters that's available on my website, and I've got one of these. You can wear it with a number of different colours. So taking the saree, I'm going to open it up until I find the inner corner. And sometimes you pick up the saree, upside down, the wrong way around, inside out like I have. So it's just great to put the saree as it should be in the right way. So the simpler, plainer side is on your right, and then all the designer stuff, all the good bits that you'll see will be on the left until you get to the balla, which is really heavy. So I'm going to throw the balla there onto the left, and I'm going to start with draping this on the mannequin, or money as I like to call her, to the right. Now usually when we start a saree, you can start either here in this corner or towards the back, but this time around I'm going to start in the centre. I'm going to come behind just so that you can see what I'm doing. Now I used to drape these on myself. I'm short, so it kind of distorts how a saree should really look when you're that short. So I just thought I'll do it on a beautiful size 10 mannequin and everything will look just beautifully perfect, which of course in real life won't not. Now when you drape, make sure the bottom of the saree touches the floor. On the mannequin, because it's on a stand and it's also on one leg with one leg out, it's going to be a bit tricky for me to do that with this saree. But if you watch my other saree draping tutorials where I've draped them on myself, you'll be able to see that. And I've just made sure that that's fine all the way around. Come all the way around to the front more or less, but the saree here is kind of in the way with it being over there, so I'm going to bring it round the back. And bring it straight to the front here and just tuck in. Take your saree now and make a few small pleats. I like them really small because then it flares out. Your pleats should be exactly the same, none up high and none low, because that will show through at the bottom of the saree as high ones and low ones. So I've now gathered 6 falls, and what I'm going to do is just turn my hand this way. At the moment all the pleats are facing towards my right, but I want them facing towards my left. And I'm just going to pick up the inner part here and drape that. Always give it a little bit of a shake because it helps the pleats fall. You can see what's going on before you tuck in. I kind of only really want to tuck in when I'm happy. It's just slightly off centre. So tuck those pleats in now, and I'm just going to pin them in place inside. The saree down the bottom is a little bit heavy, and I'll find that if I don't pin it in, then all these pleats will start to slip down, and that way you can wear your petticoat loose. Opening the saree up now, I'm just going to start pleating. So traditionally we would now pleat this and then bring it round and over, but we're not going to do that for this alternate drape. So it's just making a very small change. We're just not going to drape it down, but we're going to give it a different look. So I've pleated these up. If you want to see how I pleat close up, then follow my Gujarati draping tutorial. I've done that. I've kind of zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing with my fingers and see how I form those folds. As usual, you're going to want to make sure that the upper edge border is on top and facing the left, and that the inner edge border is facing the right on the inside. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to come round. All I'm going to do is make sure that that falls neatly each time I bring it up. I kind of want this back part to fall behind the mannequin's knees. Pin this to the shoulder, making sure that the bit hanging down the back is as low as possible. And then I'm just going to pin this in place. So now that this is on, I can see that I haven't done enough pleats because this bit's dragging on the floor. So it's great now to undo this and add a few more pleats. And if you were clever, which I certainly am not, you could have done this bit first and then done pleats with the remaining material. Then you would know exactly how many you needed. There we go. So now all that's left to do is just tidy it all up. We always add a few more pins here and then just so that the saree fits absolutely beautiful. You don't want it flopping about everywhere. If you've got a great figure, flat stomach, by all means just wear it like this and show it off if you can, especially for a party saree. They have one way of wearing the saree if you've got the confidence to do it, but if you don't want to, pull the inner edge over the hip and then just pin that back. And with a sheer and thin saree, it's going to hug your figure beautifully and just offset you in a very different way, where people are saying, what is that? Is that a saree? Is it a lehenga saree? How did you put it on? Some will inevitably not like it at all. That's fine. People don't have to like everything you do, but it's still a talking point. Just fiddle with the saree a little bit more so I can get the long lines, so it doesn't look too puffy. Just pinch in here and there, pinning it together. If you've got somebody else that's there that can help you with it, that's wonderful. I'll show you the back how that looks. I can turn Miss Money around. With the front covering forward, then you can see that how that would look at the back. And if you release that, then you can see a perfect and beautiful silhouette. So if you'd like me and Money back for more alternative saree draping tutorials, do comment and let us know below. Please do rate, subscribe, comment, share the video, and we'll speak to you guys soon.